Hello everyone and welcome back for the last photography review show of 2024. My name is Jakub. I'm a founder of Clever Photographer and also the same person who throughout the year look at your images and try to share with you the feedback about how to improve your technical skills, your composition and your photo editing. Now, being 19th of December, obviously the numbers of the participants are much smaller. We only have one set of photos, but still I wanted to make sure that I come across, review the photos, and then maybe also share with you some latest news from Clever Photographer. Now, few things to look out for over the next week or so, if you're interested in photo editing, in Skylum products, and in our company. So, few things. Okay, first of all, last week we have introduced our latest product, the Ultimate Festive Bundle. This is a great bundle full of presets and overlays and textures and backgrounds and so much more, which is really handy for the upcoming season. And on top of it, it also is compatible with Luminar Neo, Lightroom and Photoshop. So, if you want to find out more about it and get the best possible price, just follow the link in the description. Now, talking about new products, today we have also introduced our latest product, which is the Aperty Masterclass. Now, we have released a guide to this portrait photo editing application about 1 month ago. We have some portrait editing LUTs and it all comes nicely together as a part of one package with the Aperty Masterclass. So this brand new product, which we are just advertising today, includes 27 videos going through the full workflow of portrait editing in this application, also about how to retouch, how to reshape, how to create specific looks, and so much more. So equally, if you want to find out more about this one, follow the link in the description of this video. Finally, this Saturday, which will be around 22nd or 21st, I think, we will be releasing an interview with Skylum's CEO, Ivan Kutanin. We are friends, we've been in touch together for quite some time, and I asked him to come over to our channel and talk more about 2024 in Skylum company, how they've been doing, how happy he is about different projects, and more so than we talked about the actual products of the company. We talked about Luminar Neo, Luminar Mobile and Aperty, and basically I kind of had a nice chat with him about where he thinks the product is, where is it gonna go and what we can expect in 2025, and also some of his personal insights of these applications. So, if you're interested in that, keep an eye on Sunday at 3 p.m. UK time. It will come out and I think it's going to be a lots of fun. So, if you want to hear some secret news, which I think the interview had some notes which were not heard before, definitely check it out on Sunday. After that, of course, we are heading into the Christmas, New Year, then into the January. And actually, we have decided to skip the January for the photography review show. And the reason is that, first of all, I'm traveling for 2 photography shows where I will be talking live on a stage, so I will be a little bit away anyway, but we want to take a little bit of extra time to look at the show and see how we could refresh it. It's now been 3 years. I definitely went through thousands of images and it feels like it needs a little touch to make it more open for wider audience and make it more interesting for the participants as well. So, there are a few things we are working on and we will be definitely announcing them towards the end of January, beginning of February, and we will be back with this show definitely from February onwards. So we are not cancelling it, we are just looking for another format. Anyway, that is all the information which you need to know for the next following few weeks. And now we can jump into Luminar Neo and look at the photos. So, we have images from Weasley. Again, we have raw files and then the edited images. So let's jump into it and look at them now. So First, we have this image right here, quite cute, with, I guess it's like a little Santa Claus. It looks like it's from Munich, so Germany. So in their case, it could be Santa Claus or San Nicolas or however you like to call it. Either way, it looks very, very nice. And so this is the not edited version, and this is the edited version. We're just kind of zooming in and playing around with the different things. So let's talk about the raw file right here, captured with Nikon Z8, Nikkor 24 to 70 millimeters was the lens. And from the camera settings here, ISO 160, 70 millimeters on the lens, f4 and 1/500 of a second on the shutter speed. So nice and low ISO, no problem there. Little zoomed in with your 70 millimeters, f4, giving you nice depth, focusing mostly on the subject, which is cool. And 1/500 of a second, give you a really nice sharpness as well. Lots of lovely details, tiny bit of noise, nothing crazy, more like a grain. And I think it looks quite cute. So it's very, very nice. Talking about the artistic part, little crop, obviously focusing on the main subject. Now, looking at it, one thing that is a little bit distracting is the actual price tag. I wonder if there would have been a way to remove it, and maybe we can attempt it later. But otherwise, I think it makes sense. The square crop looks really nice. It's nice and bright. It's very cheerful. It has a lovely vibrance in it. It's not oversaturated, and I think it works very well. So well done, Weasley. But talking about the tag, let's see if we can actually remove it. So into the Gen Erase we go, and let's see, maybe what, rather than removing just the tag, because that probably not gonna work really, what we're gonna do, we're gonna actually select the strings as well and see if that will help. Now, so we're gonna do this, then make the brush a little smaller, maybe somewhere around here, and just select these lines. So similarly here, all the way up, and again, up and a little bit here. Now, once happy with the selection, what we're gonna do, we're just gonna click on Erase. Now, if you never use the generative tools, how they work, basically you select certain part of the image, then the application makes it smaller, so resize it, send it over to the cloud, where it used the learning of millions and millions of images, and basically it blends everything together and try to come up with the result which it thinks should belong there. Then, once ready, it sends it back. When it arrives back, the application enlarge it and apply it to the photo. So let's have a look at it. Before and after, I think that looks quite cool actually. That's pretty much all that was there. We could go ahead and try to remove it again, but I think this works quite well. I'm quite happy with the result. So since that happy, we would just click on save. That would bring us back, and we would end up with the image without the strings. So back to our catalog, and let's go and see where we are here, all the way at the bottom, and we're going to continue with the next set of images. So this is the original photo, again from Munich. Same camera, same lens, a little higher ISO here on 640, f4.5 and 1/80th of a second. Zooming in, even with the higher ISO, I think it's quite nice. Obviously, the brighter areas came out really well. The darker are dark, so that works well. Good sharpness, yeah, good exposure, and lovely capture. I think out of the three, this one is probably the more not realistic, the more, for me, artistically interesting, because I think once you edit it, it actually creates really nice image. I think it's very interesting, the different shapes and different light. I think it works lovely together. The shape of the 4:3 is lovely. That kind of darkening of these areas, I think, work out really well. Yeah, and it's very cute. So well done, Weasley. Obviously, there are ways how you could make it even more interesting. Here in Luminar Neo, there is a tool called Magic Light. And if you increase the intensity, what it's going to do, it's going to scan the image and basically look for sources of light. So we can do that somewhere here. We're just going to add them everywhere. And once happy, what we can do, so let's just make sure that all of them are selected. Once happy, what we can do, we can increase the intensity, remove the actual star effect, because I think that's strong. But we can definitely add some extra glow in these elements and make it even more dreamy. So let's have a look, before and after. You can keep brushing and adding into different areas if you want to, but I think for me, yeah, maybe on the other side of the candle as well. But for me, it looks quite nice. Additionally, what you could do, apply a little bit of mystical tool to make it even more interesting, and very quickly, before and after, just enhancing the glow a little bit. And finally, the third image, let's have a look. This one is the raw file. This is the edited. There's not much difference between them, to be honest. Already the raw file looks very good. So same camera, same lens, ISO 640, f7.1, 1/80th of a second. All good there. All looks really nice with good sharpness, minimal noise, lovely light actually. It's very interesting. Also another great capture with a great texture in it. The edited version looks great as well. This kind of bright on a dark background works really, really well. And I think it's a very lovely and cheerful image. So Weasley, well done. Anyway, well done on all the images. They are really good. Thank you for sending your photos over. And also thank you for sending festive photos over. It was lots of fun to be able to review them. And I already can't wait to see more of your images in the future when we return in February. And the same goes for all of you folks. From all of us here at Clever Photographer, we wish you a very Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy New Year. I hope that you're gonna have a peaceful time and that 2025 will be another year to remember for all of you. Of course, that we're gonna be back again here at Clever Photographer with lots of photography fun. We have a lineup of products and adventures for 2025. We will start to share them as the time comes, starting from January. And we already can't wait for everything that is lined up for us. Folks, have a lovely rest of the day, and I will speak to you again soon here on our YouTube channel, on our Facebook group and Facebook page, or across our social media.